bitch. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah. It's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
Never click this in.
There we go. Forgot to put us into the onto the actual stage there. We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim, and today we get a full card in the MLB. We get hockey again. Eastern Conference Finals, Game 1, Panthers Rangers. And we get an NBA game as well to go over. So plenty to talk about here. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. A much needed positive day for me. And it should have been better. We'll get into that. It should have been better. I went 4-2 in the MLB. Milwaukee Brewers minus 140 winner. The San Francisco Giants. What was that? Doval gives up 4 runs in the ninth. Shocker. A team I bet can't score a run in the extra innings. And then they lose in the bottom of the 10th. That was fun. Chicago, Toronto, first 5 under 3.5 was a winner. I actually did have a team that scored runs in extra innings. That Chicago Cubs game, I'll get into that in just a second. Diamondbacks plus 140 to end the night was a winner. Lost the Cubs, Braves over 11. But for the first time since April 30th, I had to go back and look at this time. April 30th was the last time I won a baseball play in extra innings. I had lost 11 straight games where I had full game money lines in extra innings. 11 straight.
That's not ideal.
No, and that's what makes it even crazier that I'm up like 16 units in baseball this year, considering the lack of success I've had when teams go to extra innings. So, and then in the NBA, clean sweep. What? The Celtics didn't cover? Yeah, but they got their team total over 115.5, and the full game over was a smash. The live line was basically in the 230s the entire game, and I saw some 240s. So it was an easy over, and it went to overtime after that too. Easy over, easy winner there. 2-0, up 2 units in that game as well. Overall, 6-2, up 4.01 units. Did not fire away a lot yesterday, but still finished up 4 units. Very nice. Hopefully today is another positive day. I've already moved on 3 spots. I've doubled up on the hockey game, but I do have a play in baseball already, which we get a matchup that I was kind of looking forward to, joking around in group chats a couple months ago. And I was like, yeah, I can't wait for the days that we're going to have like afternoon AL Central games between Tariq Skubal and Cole Reagans. And we get Tariq Skubal and Cole Reagans today. Yeah. Baseball purists, you're going to love that game. But yeah.
I'm ready for that one. Give me the Royals.
Give me the under and move on. But, we'll get into everything there.
Yesterday was a good day. Finally, a good day on the site. Started with the over in the Mets-Cleveland game. Continue to fade Adrian Hauser. I don't know why he's still pitching every 5th day. It doesn't make sense to me. He's garbage. The Giants blew it late.
They pulled him from the rotation. They had him in his spot
there. Milwaukee was a nice winner. We added Cincinnati, Nick. 2-0 winner. Philadelphia run line. Nice winner there. We won't talk about the Nationals, who lost 10-0. The dream game looked good in the first half and completely fell apart in the second half, and it went under the total by a little bit, which was a little bit frustrating. The Chicago Cubbies plus 108 was a winner, but we lose juice because of the over in that game. Baltimore run line is suspended, so I don't know how I'm still probably gonna have it under when it finishes today, it'll count towards the record kind of deal. Just because I know it's a suspended game, but at this point, I just want to keep track of all the games. So, the Indiana Pacers plus 10, they should have won that game. They should have won that game. Late heroics to send it to overtime, and they weren't going to win in overtime. And probably the craziest winner of the day, and I wish I sprinkled money on it, the Phoenix Mercury plus 14 said, leave your points at the door. We're winning by double digits. And 98 to 88, the Las Vegas Aces suffer their first loss of the year. Man, I wish I took that money line. The money line, I'm going to check because it was a 14-point dog yesterday. Let's go check. You could have gotten their money line for around $7.
Woo.
Yeah. Nice win by the Mercury yesterday. Very happy with that one. Let's go ahead, say hi to the chat, and keep moving, and jump into today's games. Good morning, good morning, gentlemen. What's the play? The play is some baseball teams, a basketball team, a hockey team, and some college baseball, which I already posted my card up on the member only. What's good, fellas? And up on my Twitter. Boston team total over 113.5 at home. 1-0 so far. Let's keep going today. That, and we cashed the Pacers, so let's get it. Morning, guys. Good morning, Steve. How you doing today? No, I'm kidding. Hi, Dad. How you doing? San Francisco Giants minus 1.5. Last leg of a parlay, up 6-2 in the bottom of the ninth. That's baseball. Yes, it is. Even though the Brewers won, they still look bad. They did, but we still cashed the play, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Hello, peeps. Giants and Braves wet the bed. Well, we had the Cubs, so at least that one was nice to us there. 17-3, profitable day versus losing days. Last 20-11 life, boys. Let's get it. Pacers to win the series. Grabbed at plus 1040 after seeing that overtime yesterday. I think
they proved to me that they can definitely compete.
So Indiana Pacers money line game 2. I bet Celtics minus 3.5 when they were down 3. Nice. I'm on the under 207. The Mavs game sprinkled overtime at 14-1. That does not correlate, but good luck. Pacers did knock Celtics out of the in-season tournament. Surely they have a better chance to win the series than 9%. I agree. I seen that. Oakland Athletics, what a comeback. I saw that too. Yeah, I was stupid not to bet Oakland. It is what it is. Also, if I have any fellow stock traders here today, is the day to buy WTI crude oil contracts, 13 years experience. Good luck to you, dude. I have no clue anything about that. So what up, brothers? Let's cash today. Let's do it. Rockies always find amazing ways to lose. Pacers game, first half to tie was 19-1, and it didn't push, and I didn't push it. Yikes. Pacers game 2, yes, the Pacers were hitting half-court shots. They were. Quickly, before we jump into it, I forgot, day 1 of the conference tournaments were yesterday. I finished up 1.1 units. Wichita State run line was a winner. Austin, PA run line was a loser. Kansas, nice winner there. Georgia got blown out. Stanford, nice winner. West Virginia, loser. South Carolina, winner. Stetson, loser. Charlotte, winner in 12 innings. Georgia State, loser. Vanderbilt, winner. Utah, late collapse. Virginia Tech, late collapse. Tulane and Mississippi State, both winners. Mississippi State was never in doubt. Right, Nick?
Which one?
Totally didn't take a 2-run home run to win the game with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. I ended up finishing up a little bit. I got my card for today. I'm excited for some more college baseball. And I will mention, I jumped on college baseball futures, and we will. We'll mention this before we jump into the show. Monday is Selection Monday for college baseball. We will be jumping into. We'll watch we will be watching the selection live right after the ESB show. It will probably be part of the same stream. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys can stay tuned noon on Monday. I took 4 more futures on teams to win Omaha. Obviously, I have ECU 28-1 preseason. That was a homer bet. Actually, that was right around when North Carolina became legal. I was able to take that with a bonus bet. I also took Georgia at 25-1, NC State at 35-1, Mississippi State at 45-1, and Texas at 70-1. So those are my 5 teams to win Omaha futures. If I end up getting bit in the ass by a draw, so be it. But let's roll with those teams. F Mississippi State, such bums. Nah, Mississippi State, nice winner. Let's get it. Texas Tech baseball beat Texas as a road dog, as a neutral dog. They were on neutral site. But let's jump into this, Nick.
Eastern Conference Finals, game number 1, the Florida Panthers and the New York Rangers. The Panthers minus 110. Road pick'em favorites in this game, total of 5.5 in this spot. I'm waiting for this line for the line history to pop up. We'll get up the cash flow here as well, so we can go over where the markets think about this game. If it'll load, that'll be cool. There we go. We have 64% of the tickets and 60% of the cash coming in on the New York Rangers, the line, and then we have 88% of the tickets and 80% of the cash is on the over in this one as well. This line opened up with the Florida Panthers as the New York Rangers as minus 110 favorites. We've had a dog to favorite flip where now it is minus 110 for the Panthers. So we have a move towards the Panthers here. And we have a move, and this line opened up at a 5.5 at plus 102. It's now 5.5 at minus 107. Move towards the over, move towards the Panthers in this series. These two teams, during regular season games, play exclusively to the over. 9-0-1 the last 10 games to the over with these two teams. And with those two scores being 4-2. Or 4-3, 4-2, 4-3, 4-3, 6-2, 5-3, 5-2, 4-3, 4-3, 4-3. They play a lot of high-scoring games. They play a lot of close games. And I'm getting a knock at my door, so this is fun times. I'll be right back.
There you go. No, I will say I personally am going to be on the Florida Panthers this series. So I think me and Nick are going to be agreeing on this one, so that's kind of interesting to see. And when it comes to it, you get plus money on the Rangers again. Plus money on the Rangers to win the series, I should say. And obviously it's cashed it cashed last series against Carolina. But Florida's a different animal. And I think the Rangers are going to have a tricky time with them. And when it comes to it, it could be a very difficult to kind of figure them out because they're also a very good road team. They were one of the best road teams in all of baseball, all of hockey last year, or during the regular season. And I think it's going to be a little bit tricky for the Rangers to get a hold of that. I think Panthers win the series. I would take them here minus the 110.
Yeah, sorry, I had maintenance knocking on my door, and then they realized they already did what they were coming to knock on my door to go do. So gotta love it.
Nice.
But as I was saying, these two teams play a lot of higher scoring games. I did play the team total for the Florida Panthers in this game over 3 at plus 105. I'm also on the Florida Panthers at minus 110 in this game as well. When I'm looking at this series here, and I said this a few months ago, and I still believe it to this day, the Florida Panthers are the best team in the East. The Florida Panthers are the best team in hockey. I've got the Florida Panthers at plus 400 to win the series, basically, because I have them to win the East when I bet them a couple months ago when I started hyping up this team as the best team in hockey. So I'm going to continue to ride the Florida Panthers here. I'm on the money line minus 110, and I'm on the team total over 3 at plus 105.
Right on. Florida for the series. I'm a degen, but not degen enough to take college baseball unders with aluminum bets. There's some spots there's some spots that I could definitely see unders, because last night, like the Mississippi State game was 2-1, Kansas State was 2-1. There's a lot of solid pitchers. Whenever Hagen Smith pitches for Arkansas, watch out, and he's pitching today, and you can get Arkansas's run line at like plus 120. Panthers money line 10 units. Yes. Wasn't Rice up 4-0 on ECU? Blew them out 12-4. Yes. The ECU had 2 hits through 7 innings, which both of them, Nick, were bunts. Up until then, and then the 8th inning, they went, all right, let's start playing, and they put 12 runs up. So that was beautiful. Kachuk, Barkov, and Panthers money line. Keep that Rangers money coming in. Panthers reverse puck line. Reverse money line tonight. No, reverse puck line, I think you mean, but okay. I think the Stars beat the Oilers is a safer bet than Panthers beating the Panthers versus Rangers. Serious bet. I personally, I'm on the Stars to win the Cup, so I'm down for all that. Panthers, sure. Barkov 2 points. Montour 2 points. Panthers are winning the Cup 100%, coming from a delusional Leafs fan.
Yeah,
there you go.
And if you scroll through Twitter, we already know the Western Conference Finals winner. It's going to be Dallas. Edmonton might as well not show up.
Okay, I got the Stars to win game one in the series at plus 247. If they lose game one, I can get better odds on the Stars to win the series again. Here you go. Reinhardt goal, Barkov 2 points, Florida money line. I like it. Meant puck line. We know what you meant. Slow down, Nick. Dallas Stars may be the number 1 team in hockey.
The Florida Panthers are the best team in hockey. I've been saying this for months, and I'm going to stick by it. I don't think the Dallas. I'm going to be betting the Edmonton Oilers to beat the Dallas Stars in the Western Conference Finals, and I will sit on that island all by myself, sipping a smoothie or whatever the hell we do on islands anymore. I will be all by myself against the entire world, taking the Edmonton Oilers to win this series, and I'm totally cool with that. We'll get into the NBA here, which this is another series where I feel like I'm a little bit on an island here, and I think you're on the island with me, because of the way I saw this line move immediately after it was dropped to win the series. Because this line opened up, or the Mavericks opened up at like plus 125 to win the series, and immediately went up to a 150. I was able to get I bet the Dallas Mavericks plus 150 to win the series. I'll start by saying that. Let's get into it here. This line opened up with the Dallas Mavericks with the Minnesota Timberwolves as 4-point favorites. It got up to a 4.5, and it's back down to a 4. So really no line movement here on the side. Line opened up at a 207.5. It's down to a 206.5. So we moved towards the under, and they moved towards the Mavericks. Now, do I feel the need to get involved with the Mavericks? I mean, it does seem appealing. 77% of the tickets and 83% of the cash is on the Timberwolves, but the line really not moving. The line's just stayed put for the most part. I think the Mavericks plus 4 is worth the look here. I'm also interested in this under a little bit as well. 92% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the under, with the line moving towards the under. It's moved a point or on the over with the line moving towards the under. I'm interested in this under a little bit as well. I'm more interested in the Dallas Mavericks here, and I think I just want to take them here. For the money line also, 86% of the tickets, 90% of the cash is on the Timberwolves. And the money line for this game, I want to take a look at how this money line's moved. It opened up at the T-Wolves minus 180, 85 range, and it's down to a 180. And it did get down to a 170 at one point. So I'm going to move on the Dallas Mavericks, and this is a game where I see if the Mavericks cover. Oh, wow, I can get 4.5 on a bunch of books. I'm interested in this 4.5 and the money line as well.
I'm already on Dallas. This is a Dallas team that I'm not saying that I'm gonna. I had them to win. No, I had them losing to the Clippers. I had them losing to the Thunder. So I have not been taking them often, but I am going to jump on them here. And it's more of a fade of Minnesota after probably their best win of the season. Coming back from down 20 and all that in Game 7. I think that was their best win of the season, and I think this is a kind of a letdown spot for them. I think Dallas with Luka, maybe Luka props, maybe a triple double from Luka. I think this is Luka's year now to win the ring before he ends up getting traded to Denver. I mean, this is a Dallas team that I think is going to be is going to have a really good shot at upsetting Minnesota. Take one game in this series, leaves Minnesota 1-1. Whether they win game 1 or game 2, we'll see. I have them winning game 1, but I like Dallas in this series.
I 100% agree. If you like the Mavericks, just take the money line both games.
That's fair. Oilers game 1. I'm on Oilers 2-neck. Any college baseball picks today? Yes, I have college baseball picks. I will say I have Troy -2.5. They're already down 4-0 to App State, so that one's probably garbage. I got Kennesaw, which I don't have the score for yet. LSU's already up 1-0 on the number 2 team in the country, Kentucky. I have them -130. LSU was a favorite in that game, Nick. Yeah, that tells me everything I need to know. When the number 2 team in the nation is a dog on a neutral field. Yeah. Georgia Tech, Arkansas, St. John's, Vandy, UConn, NC State, Mississippi State, and then I added UAB and FAU. Let's do it. Mavs +4, but I think the T-Wolves win. No, I don't think so. I like the under more than the side. That's fair. What Giants pulled yesterday was brutal. I agree. Mavs fans says to take the Wolves. Man, that's just an emotional hedge. Good morning. I took the under. That works for me. Minnesota money line. Anthony Edwards 35+ points, 5+ threes. Towns 30 points. That's ridiculous. That's a little bit ridiculous.
Also, with this series, it's at least for game 1. If you're somebody who likes fading recency bias, you're all over Dallas on this spot.
Yep. 100% agree. Dallas, Wolves, under 206. Both teams play slow pace. I could see that. Isn't a team coming off of a game 7 a bet on a game 1? No. Edwards, 35 points seems way too risky. Dallas defense has been solid. Not to mention that Edwards, for the last part of that Nugget series, looked human. Seeing Panthers -1.5 at 220. History shows take Luka off a loss in the playoffs. He averages most points in playoffs after a loss. Well, they won the last game. Game 7 wins are the best team wins to bet. That's why I don't want to bet this game. All the Wolves money coming in. Yeah. Under in the first quarter, I could see that as well. I could see Minnesota coming off to a slow start. We'll go from one Minnesota team to another Minnesota team.
Yeah. By the way, another way you can approach this game, if you like the under and you like Dallas, team total under 105.5 with the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think it's a decent look as well, if you're looking at that. But let's get into some Major League Baseball here. Let me switch over from NBA to MLB for the cash flow, the line histories, and things along those lines. And then we'll get into this game here where we have why is this being stupid? No, I want it by scheduled. There we go. We have the Minnesota Twins and the Washington Nationals. We're seeing the Twins as around -125 favorites with a total of 9 in this game. We're waiting for the line history to come up, so we'll read out the cash flow. We have 71% of the tickets and 65% of the cash is coming in on the Twins in this game here. 91% of the tickets, 92% of the cash coming in on the over in this spot here. We have, there we go, Simone Woods Richardson taking on Jake Irving. Taking a look at the line history here, clicking the wrong button. There we go. This line opened up with the Twins as minus 135 favorites, and we've seen it drop down to a 127. Line opened up at an 8.5 at minus 110. It's now a 9 at minus 123. So you had to move towards this over with the money coming in on the over, and we have had a line move towards the Nationals in this game here, coming in off of an embarrassing 10-0 loss. We have Simone Woods Richardson taking on Jake Irving. Woods Richardson, 3.79 ERA, 1.47 whip, 8.53 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%. 2.37 walks per nine, a 3.62 BABIP, a 3.38 FIP, and a 3.94 SIERA. On the flip side, Jake Irving, 3.14 ERA, 1.12 whip, 6.91 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%, 0.94 walks per nine, a 2.93 BABIP, a 2.8 FIP, and a 3.76 SIERA. Bullpen edge is a pretty decent one towards the Minnesota Twins, and a hitting edge as well towards the Minnesota Twins, 109 WRC plus, which is 9th, compared to 79, which is 27th. For me, I can only look Washington in this game, and it would be Washington early in this game. It would be Washington first 5, something along those lines, where you can get plus 110 range for them, plus 114 over on FanDuel would be my lean at the moment. If you want to get your day started at 105, it would be a lean towards the Washington Nationals. First 5 for me here. It's not a game I think I'm getting involved with, though.
I kind of want to go back to the Nationals. Good job, Minnesota. You won it. You won a game. You snapped your 7-game losing streak. I'm not buying it. Give me the Nationals here. I know Simone Woods Richardson has been solid, and Irving. I will say Irvin hasn't been bad. So far, he's had 3 starts where he's allowed 4 starts where he's allowed 4 earned runs or more. Dodgers, Phillies. Okay, Toronto probably wasn't ideal, but he's been pretty solid this year. Other when he's not facing big teams that have big bats. Minnesota does not have big bats, and when it comes to it, I'm gonna be back on Washington here. Get a little bit of plus money action to get the job done here. Let's get your professional baseball day started early with the Nationals on the money line.
I don't hate it. I would look towards the first 5 in that game. I'll sit back and decide whether or not I'm going to pull the trigger on that first 5 or not.
First 5 Nationals or first 5 under?
First 5 Nationals.
Okay. Well, that's all I need.
I don't trust their bullpen full game at the moment. And I would want to avoid the bats full game advantage with the Twins as well, because they are hitting better than the Nationals right now. So I would like to cut this down as much as possible. Even a first 3 can be an interesting look as well, but I would probably just lean first 5.
Let's do it. Natty's action today. Back to the chat. Actually, hold on. Wolves got all that money coming on them. Crazy. What was it again? A lot.
I think 84% of tickets.
There you go. I went 14 for 15 yesterday in MLB. There you go. Wow. That's a really solid day, dude. Devers, Soto, Acuna, Ohtani, 1 home run each. Devers been on fire. I don't know why Henderson's not involved in that, but Twins money line, no. I'd rather back the Twins pitcher if he loses less. Okay. Nats, yes. Coming off the blowout is the best system in baseball. For the most part, yes. Now, some teams just suck. Speaking of.
Yeah, we have but hey. We have the New York Mets and the Cleveland Guardians. This line opened up with the Guardians around minus 130. Immediately went down to a minus 122. And now we're seeing minus 106 for the Guardians. So an absolute steamroll towards the New York Mets here in the market. Line opened up at an 8, up to an 8.5, up to a 9. So we've had a full run line movement up and a move towards the New York Mets, telling me that Tristan McKenzie gets schmacked today. We have 82% of the tickets and 74% of the cash is on the Guardians with the line dropping. So the book showing absolutely no concern in this Guardians money whatsoever. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Jose Quintana and Tristan McKenzie. Quintana's kind of struggled a little bit as of late. 6.92 ERA, 1.42 whip, 5.54 strikeouts per nine, which is 14%, 2.42 walks per nine, a 299 BABIP, but 4.81 FIP, and a 4.53 SIERA. On the flip side, Tristan McKenzie, 2.28 ERA, 1.19 whip, 9.76 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 3.9 walks per nine, a 261 BABIP, but 3.66 FIP, and a 3.88 SIERA. These are two strong bullpens. The bullpen edge does go towards Cleveland now, and the slight hitting edge towards Cleveland here as well. And I am not a believer in Tristan McKenzie. So I would like to get involved in this game. I think this is the game I'm going to start my day with early here. I'm going to cut this game down because I don't trust them at the full game. But one thing I've noticed with the Mets is they're losing series, but they're not getting swept. They've had 8 situations where they could get swept this year. They're 6-2 in those games, avoiding sweeps. So they're a team that's been losing series, but they've been good at salvaging, not getting swept. And I think they step up here. I would like to fade Tristan McKenzie, and I expect better from Quintana. I will be moving here -110 first 5 innings on the New York Mets. Full game, I don't know. One thing that actually would give me a little bit of confidence with the full game, if you're looking full game Mets, is Emmanuel Clase. You can cross him out. He's pitched 3 days in a row. He's not going to be pitching tonight. So maybe you do play the Mets full game here, expecting them to bounce back and avoid being swept again, because that's what they've been good at as of late. It's just avoiding sweeps. They're 12-4 in series finales this year, as well. I'm definitely going to be on the first 5, and I think I'm going to add the full game as well. I can't believe I'm starting the day off with a double up on the Mets, but that's the way I'm going to start here. The markets are screaming that McKenzie gets smacked, and I'm going to follow the markets here in this spot. I'm going to double down on the Mets. Oh, and I cashed it yesterday. I did not get the home run, but I got the over 1.5 bases. I'm going to go ahead and bet that as well. Francisco Lindor, in the series finale and his return to Cleveland, is going to hit a home run. I wanted him. I liked yesterday's game. I liked yesterday's game better for Lindor, but unfortunately, the one thing I really liked about yesterday's game for Lindor was scratch before the game started. I wanted him home run prop against Cookie. So for me, I'm going to be on the Mets first 5. I'm going to be on the Mets full game. The markets are screaming this is a Mets spot. And I'm going to add some Lindor props. Those won't be official, though. I'll post those on my Twitter.
You're on crack. I'm not touching this Mets team. I just refuse to right now. So, no, I'm not betting this game. It would be a look towards the over as well. Quintana hasn't looked good. Tristan McKenzie has been rough this year. But no, I did not feel the need to get involved in this one. I wish you good luck in betting the Mets. Obviously, I want to see them win, but they are atrocious. And I will say I don't like to cash my plays early. That under 82.5 wins is going to be easy. I've already spent that money. So Mets continue to suck, but I'm not touching this game. I think the line's a little bit short, but we said that all year with the Guardians.
Yeah, Lindor over 1.5 bases -115, home run +310.
I like it. Not betting, but I like it. Morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Untouchable. Lost the same game partly because Tatum couldn't hit 5 assists in 5 quarters. I know, right? Quite upset with the run line is +164 for the Guardians. Didn't hit yesterday. Would have doubled my profits for the day. Guardians leaned today, but didn't bet it. There are thunderstorms throughout the day. Looks like it will be postponed a bit for the Cleveland game. Okay. Orioles have means for the doubleheader. I will say the next game we're supposed to talk about is the Orioles game, Nick.
I don't want to.
I say we don't because there's a suspended game that starts at 12:15.
Yep, I agree.
So we're going to end up skipping that one in the thing. Taking the Nerfy and Baltimore, Washington Mets for the matinee games. Keep in mind the Baltimore game that is set for 1:15 is not going to start at 1:15. I will guarantee you that. I took Guardians. They dominated the series. They have. Over 9, I could see. Question, do you guys track when the market is wrong? Nick?
When the market's wrong, I probably lost my bet. And I'm up 16 units. In order for me to make a bet, the market has to be moving in my direction. The market has to support my bet in order for me to place a bet in baseball. That's just the way it is. The only time I haven't done that is fading the Marlins and fading the Dodgers. That's the only times I've done that. I've not done that. If the market is wrong, then I probably lost my bet. But no, I don't track every single time the market's wrong because I don't track every single game.
There you go. Sorry, I'm commenting on something in the group chat. Fever money line today. I'll give a quick WNBA because there's one game today. It's Indiana and Seattle. I am on Indiana. This is the first game that Indiana is not on national television and not against one of the top 4 teams in the WNBA. Because they played New York, Connecticut. Today they play Seattle, who's not going to be fantastic this year. So for me, no, I'm on the Fever today. Yes, Fever for me in the WNBA game. I got 5.5. Under Panthers money line on the over. The 9th inning of baseball games is emotional damage. It is. Yeah. Kaiser Ramirez over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Yeah, he hit a home run yesterday. So yeah, that's going to hit. We're going to skip this Baltimore game, although I will have some type of post on my Twitter about it later with the Orioles every single day. I will be on the Orioles, but with the suspended game right now, we're not going to – it's a game 2, and I'm not capped. I have not fully capped that. Well, I am going to be on the Orioles, but you know what I mean. Let's jump into this one, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Houston Astros and the LA Angels. The Astros minus 180 favorites, total of 9 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history. Hunter Brown and Tyler Anderson, your pitching matchup here. Line opened up at a 169. It's up to a 185. So we do have a move towards the Houston Astros in this game. And this line opened up at a 9 at minus 110. It's now a 9 at minus 113. So a slight move towards the over and a move towards the Houston Astros. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one here, where we have 88% of the tickets and 86% of the cash is on the Astros. The line moving towards them as a public home favorite up into this 180 range. And then 90% of the tickets and 87% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. The line moving slightly towards the over. Hunter Brown and Tyler Anderson, your pitching matchup here. We have Hunter Brown. Let me find his numbers here. There we go. Oh, no. Anderson, 3.77 ERA, 1.23 whip, 6.97 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 3.77 walks per 9, and 239 BABIP, a 4.6 FIP, and a 4.74 Sierra. On the flip side, Hunter Brown, 1.45 ERA, 5.79 ERA, 1.49 whip, 4.5 whip, 12.05 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%, 3.86 walks per 9, and 356 BABIP, a 3.97 FIP, and a 3.12 Sierra. Bullpen edge goes towards the Astros. Hitting edge goes towards the Astros. 120 WRC plus, which is 5th, compared to 106, which is 12th. The Astros destroy left-handed pitching. And this game is pretty simple for me. I'll get on the board with this game as well. Astros run line on this spot here, or I highly doubt Astros -1 will be within reason for being able to play a -1 line here. No. -190 plus 105, which if you would play that, -190 plus 105, that would be -141. No, thank you. Houston Astros run line, full game, plus 105. Nope, plus 110. I can get plus 110 on Fanatics. I will be on that. They look like a cash cow spot today, Tim. With the public on them, the lines move towards them, and it's up in the 180s now, which is past the threshold. So I will be on the Houston Astros minus the 1.5 here in this game.
I would normally say, yeah, let's do it. There's no way in hell I'm putting my money on Hunter Brown. Not a chance. If there's a pitcher on this rotation that I'm just going to refuse to bet, I don't care if it's a cash cow. The Astros are 2-6 when he starts. And he's allowed 32 earned runs in 37 innings for a 7.71 ERA. No, I'm not interested in backing Hunter Brown today. And for me, it's Angels or nothing. I know you like your Astros, and that's fine. I'm not gonna bet against them or whatever. But this is Angels or nothing for me.
Fair.
And our favorite game's coming up. So, FanDuel running a 30% boost, NBA boost. Any wager? I like the Mavericks tonight. What's y'all
I will use that on the Mavericks.
What's y'all success rate with WNBA/college baseball compared to the other sports? Thinking might expand my horizons if you guys are finding better value. They are a lot softer markets, but with college baseball, you've got to pay attention all year. And you've got to pay attention to the lines. I've been paying attention to college baseball all year. It's been a very good year for me. I don't know my exact numbers, but I'm up a decent chunk of money in college baseball this year, finding dogs. And WNBA is the same deal. I've had a couple of solid WNBA seasons, and it's just softer markets because what's everybody betting right now? NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, MLB. Nobody's touching college baseball right now. Until regionals come around, people will bet regionals, people will bet super regionals, people will bet Omaha. It happens every year. Yep. I see it. Nobody's betting games in the middle of April, except me. So this is you have college baseball. You got to pay attention all year. And my best advice: pick a conference, pay attention to it. Most likely, it's either going to be the ACC or the SEC because that's the conference that's going to get a lot of lines. But for me, whenever I got lines on an American Conference game, I was all over it. So far in the American Conference tournament, 3-0. That's my best conference because obviously I'm an ECU fan. I pay attention to that conference. But you just gotta, if you're starting college baseball, focus in, but you have to be focused on it. It's not something that you could bet one day and then come back to it 2 weeks later again, and then come back to. You got to bet it a lot and pay attention. Astros. 7-1 to the over in third game of the series. Interesting. Ranger. Brown is much better than your numbers tell you. Prove it to me.
Yeah.
Prove it to me. That's fine. Jordan is averaging 2+ bases in division games. It's not a bad option to go Jordan props. That's fine. Rangers minus 1.5 today. Who do the Rangers got? Phillies. No, I'm gonna be on the Phillies. Up to early promo fixing.
Real quick, go back to the last comment. Which one?
Oh, sorry. We're talking baseball. I didn't even think about hockey today.
Are you talking New York or Texas? You got to be specific sometimes. Baseball and hockey are going on right now.
Nick, he's talking hockey.
There you go.
That's why I got confused on that one. I said, no, I'm taking the Phillies. He's taking up too early with the Angels. I like it. Gonna smash the Phoenix Mercury tomorrow versus the Mystics. Stack. No, I don't think I can. I think I'll probably be on the Mystics after the Phoenix Mercury went into Las Vegas and won by double digits. I don't know if I could touch the Mercury. I got lucky on close games. Blue Jays first 5 and full game went over. Were my only losers. Went 8-2. There you go. DK up to promo either on the Rockies or the Diamondbacks. I know Nick will say Diamondbacks, especially getting that big plus money. Rockies against the Oakland Athletics I could see as well, but that's not as big plus money. Leaning over 9. Astros first 5 and first 7. Interesting. So, I scratched this LA Houston off my list. Not interested. Me too. Although it's a strong lean towards the Angels. Brown and Snell both had slow starts. Oh, then prove me wrong.
You look at the home run. Also, you look at the home road splits for Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown is significantly better in Houston.
That's fine. Prove me wrong. Half unit on the overnight as well. I can see that. Mystic's going to get run out of the gym. I need to look at the game. I haven't even looked at it. It's Mystic unders. I could see Mystic unders, but we'll see how it goes. This has got to be the best game of the day, Nick.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to be, at least for the first 5 innings, glued to my TV here on this game. I'd open it up at a -105 for the Royals. It's now -113 for the Tigers. So we've had a dog to favorite flip in this game. Line opened up at a 7.5. It's down to a 7. So we've had a move towards the under, and we've had a move towards the Tigers, expecting Tariq Skubal to pitch well. 92% of the tickets and 89% of the cash is on the over, with the line moving towards the under. 52% of the tickets, 75% of the cash on the Royals, with the line moved towards the Tigers in this game here. Tariq Skubal and Cole Reagans. This is the type of game I was looking forward to in the middle of football season when we're looking at the MLB season. When we were looking a month before the MLB season was starting or whatever, and I was joking around in the group chat. I said, I would kill for the days where we get an afternoon AL Central game between Reagans and Skubal, and we could take a first 5 under. And that's exactly what I'm doing in this game. Well, let's get into it here. Tariq Skubal, good old Scooby Sacks. 1.99 ERA, 0.92 WHIP, 11.37 strikeouts per 9, which is 32%. 1.14 walks per 9, a 3.04 BABIP, a 1.47 FIP, and a 2.40 SIERA. On the flip side, Cole Reagans, 6.31 ERA, 1.36 WHIP, 9.82 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%. 3.16 walks per 9, a 3.33 BABIP, a 3 FIP, and a 3.58 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Tigers. Hitting edge goes towards the Royals. 106 WRC plus, which is 16th against lefties, compared to 74, which is 25th for the Tigers. This looks like the spot for Cole Reagans to get right. And why not get right? Going up against who I would pick right now to win the AL Cy Young Award, and Tariq Skubal. This is the best pitching matchup of the day. This may be this is the type of game I've been looking forward to for a while. I'm on the first 5 under 3.5. I got it at +114.
I am going with the team going for the sweeps today. How about them Kansas City Royals that I've been riding out all year? And I have futures for them for the division and for win total over and for playoffs. And they're right now 12 games over 500. And they've won 5 straight. Now, I'm going to continue to ride this Royals team. I'm down, Nick, if you're interested. Royals in the under. Just a solid pitching matchup. And I will be down to put both of them up. Because Skubal has been fantastic as well this year. Yes, he's your Cy Young. He's your Cy Young favorite right now. I still am looking more towards Seth Lugo because he's been absolutely fantastic. But a 1.8 ERA, 11 earned runs in 55 innings for Detroit, for Skubal, I should say. He's been solid, but I'm backing my boy Cole Reagans today. Kansas City in the under for this one, Nick.
Fair.
I'm gonna put both of them up.
I would lean Tigers in this game, by the way. I'll lean Tigers in this game.
That's great, Nick.
No, I think there's a pretty significant pitching matchup here. Pitching edge with Tariq Skubal over Cole Reagans, and the bullpen edge goes towards Detroit as well. I would look towards Detroit in this game, and the market kind of likes Detroit as well.
Fine, we're just putting up the under.
Yep, just the under. Fair enough. Where do you leave off?
Hold on. 14 comments. Reagans is the man. Give me the under. Yes. Took the Nerfy here. Yes. Royals. Yes. Ruh-roh. I only took the Nerfy for the Tigers as a parlay piece. The Royals literally are Nerfy killers. Phoenix Mercury for the championship. 30-1. I think there's a little bit of value in it. Mercury had a fantastic offseason, kind of an under the radar, but fantastic offseason. Why not? Tigers suck at nerfies. There you go. I feel both pitchers play 8 innings, might go under 5 full game. Could very well be that way. I actually lean Mystics first half only for side before they come up short again full game. I still need to look at that game. I haven't looked at it. Yes. Royals 5+ runs in 5 games in a row. Team total is 6-1 over the last 7. Royals 11-15 last 15. 11-4 last 15 games. The Royals are 3rd in the MLB in home win percentage. Royals have been fantastic this year. I wish somebody called it. Yeah. Guardians money line. I pass on that game.
Mets.
I don't want to side. Some lean Tigers, but love under first 5 more, 2.5+ monies.
I could see both too. Yeah.
Scooble played against actual good teams too. Royals have been making me so much money lately. I have a small amount on them today just because. I like it. I'll go ahead and put them up.
Yeah. We have the Milwaukee Brewers and the Miami Marlins. We have the Brewers -135 favorites, total of 7 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here in this one between Milwaukee and there we go. Line opened up at a 134. It's down to a 128. So we do have a movement towards Miami in this game. Line opened up at a 7.5. It's now down to a 7. So a move towards Miami and a move towards the under in this game here. We have 76% of tickets, 86% of the cash is on the Brewers in this game. 96% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the over in this game here. Luzardo is the only pitcher for the Miami Marlins I'm truly worried about fading. When it comes to the Marlin fade, he is their best pitcher, and he is actually a legitimately good pitcher. There's not much negative I can say about Jesus Luzardo. He had the last 30 days, 3.09 ERA, 0.94 whip, 10.8 strikeouts per nine, which is 31%, 3.09 walks per nine, a 259 BABIP, a 1.74 FIP, and a 3.10 SIERA. On the flip side, Peralta, 4.33 ERA, 1.30 whip, 10.67 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 4.67 walks per nine, a 292 BABIP, a 3.6 FIP, and a 3.88 SIERA. Bullpen edge does go towards Milwaukee. Hitting edge goes towards Milwaukee. Hitting lefties 6th in baseball, 119 WRC plus compared to the Miami Marlins, 90 WRC plus, which is 22nd against righties. I'll be on the Brewers again. They cashed yesterday, and we're going to continue to fade the Marlins. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. Hopefully Milwaukee doesn't blow any more leads, because that got stressful yesterday a little bit. But I'll be on Milwaukee here, and I'm getting -135 on Bet365.
Yeah, I know I don't really do a big cap for these games, for Marlins games at least. We're fading the Marlins again. What? Shocker. I'm on the Brewers. I got it at 126. We have faded the Marlins now. This is their 51st game of the year. This will be the 51st time that we're fading them. And they've been the least profitable team in baseball. We made a lot of money doing it so far. Going to keep riding with it. Brewers, money line, just keep on rolling with it. Brewers making me sweat last night. Yelich clutch, yes. I hope Scooble gets hit hard today and knocks him out of the Cy Young and makes Seth Lugo the undisputed favorite.
I hope he doesn't, because I have the first 5 under.
I'm gonna have to ban me. Marlins half you. We're not gonna ban you, but unbelievable. Royal Blue more profitable than Dodger Blue. That is correct. Boston in 5 minutes. In 6, Boston wins it all.
Boston in 5 minutes. 6. Boston in
6. That would be the ugliest finals ever. Brewers destroy Jesus last night in Game 1 of playoffs. Jesus at home, revenge spot. I like the under.
Jesus. What? Luzardo. Jesus. No, Jesus Christ is not pitching for the Miami Marlins, Tim.
Oh my God. Anyways, Jesus. The thing is, I don't even cap Marlins games, so I don't even look at it. I just bet whoever they're against, and that's it.
Oh, God.
What am I guys? Cash. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, people. Show some appreciation. Subscribe and share. Timmy, you know the rest of the saying. Nick, what's wrong?
Nothing. You saying Jesus is pitching.
Anyways, Marlins, Murphy, and whoever they play Marlins. Yes. Brewers, but the over more. There you go. I'm out. Have a good day. Good luck to everyone. Just want to say what's up. Sounds good, Marcos. Let's keep on rolling through the games.
Yeah, we have the San Diego Padres and the Cincinnati Reds. We have the Padres minus 120 favorites with a total of 9.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here with this one between Nick Martinez and Michael King. This line opened up at a 121 for the Padres. It's now 122, so we have a 1 cent line moving here towards the Padres. Line opened up at a 9 at minus 125. It's now 9.5 at plus 105. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one here, where we have 67% of the tickets and 69% of the cash. Nice is on the Padres. And we have 51% of the tickets are on the over, 51% of the cash on the under. So about 50-50 split on the tickets. Nothing we can really read into there, but it's gone from a 9 to a 9.5. I think mainly because we see Nick Martinez starting for the Cincinnati Reds, who may be one of the worst starting pitchers in baseball. Let's take a look here. I had this game as undecided for Cincy, so let me put in Nick Martinez here. Cincinnati starting pitcher, Nick Martinez. There we go. So now I can go ahead and see the pitching. I see the numbers here. Michael King, 4.37 ERA, 1.29 WHIP, 10.8 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 3.34 walks per nine, a 3.03 BABIP, but 3.69 FIP, and a 3.35 SIERA. Nick Martinez has actually been much better as of late. He started off the year, I think, really poorly. And he pitched against the Dodgers in the game they won 7-2. He went 5 shutout innings. He's actually he only went 1 1/3 that last game, or the previous game before that. Where he gave up no runs on 1 hit. He's actually pitched much better as of late. He's given up 1 earned run in his last 4 appearances. Granted, it's 10 1/3 innings pitched, but he's pitched much better as of late. And he's better out of more of an opener role than he is in a starter role. But he looked good. He looked good against the Dodgers there. That was part of the minus 300 fade game that they came in as plus 275 dogs. Bullpen edge goes towards the Padres. Hitting edge does go towards the Padres, though. 128 WRC plus, which is 3rd in baseball. Compared to the Reds, who are dead last versus right-handed pitching. 30th. 66 WRC plus. For me, it's Padres or nothing. That's the only way I can look in this game is San Diego. Am I getting involved with it, though? No. No need for me to get involved in this game either. I only bet the Reds yesterday because of the bad spot for the Padres. I feel like it would be Padres or nothing in this game, but these are 2 teams that I said were going to be mediocre at best. They're both kind of rough. I'm gonna stay away from this game, and I'm not interested in it at all. Fair.
Jesus Christ does not pitch for the Marlins. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
And here's the crazy thing, Tim. I don't even know if even Jesus Christ can win a game for the Marlins right now.
Tim, I would still fade the Marlins. Marlins could use Jesus on their awful pitching staff. Yes.
No, you forgot in the offseason the Dodgers signed Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah. Padres haven't scored in 2 games. Lean Reds, but didn't get to it. Under 9.5, I could see. Padres minus 1.5 off shutout loss. Padres 4-0 off road loss in same series. Reds 16-6 to the run line off a win. There you go. Padres bounce back, and Padres run line. It would have to be Padres.
I can only look Padres. Let's get into the next one there. This game pissed me off last night. to unbelief. Like that was. San Francisco Giants are taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. As much as I would just like to love to slam the Pirates today, because fuck the Giants, that's beyond the point. Let's get into the line history in this one here, but let's be a goldfish. We have Blake Snell making his first start in forever, taking on Jared Jones. This line opened up with the Pirates as -110 favorites. It's now -123. The line opened up in an 8. It's now a 7.5. So the lines moved down and the lines moved towards the Pirates in this game here. We have 66% of the tickets, 52% of the cash is on the Giants, line moving that way. 97% of the tickets, 95% of the cash on the over, and the line moving towards the under in this game here. This is Blake Snell first appearance since April 19th, so over a month ago, which tells me I need to adjust my pitching stats because the last time we saw him, he was getting lit up against Arizona. On the flip side, Jared Jones, 2.7 ERA, one whip, 9.3 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 1.5 walks per nine, a 260 BABIP, a 3.72 FIP, and a 3.11 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards the Giants. Hard to believe after last night. And the hitting edge does go towards the Giants as well. 103 WRC plus, which is 13th, compared to 101, which is 17th. I want nothing to do with the team at all. It would be Pirates or nothing, and it'd probably be under or nothing, but I don't trust Blake Snell to pitch well after not pitching for over a month. So, pass.
Yeah, no, I can't get involved in this one either. Yeah, and it's kind of the same deal. After whatever the hell happened yesterday, it would be Giants or nothing. This is still a Pittsburgh team that I think is going to struggle this year. I think they're a fourth-place team behind, only in ahead of the Cardinals. And I just can't trust Blake Snell. Not even close. He hasn't had a good game all year. Combined in his starts, the Giants have lost 34-6. Yeah, that's for real. 34-6. I have zero interest in going after Blake Snell. Maybe an over. I feel like this total is a little bit too low. The one thing is, Jared Jones has been fantastic. Jared Jones has been fantastic so far this year. His strikeout numbers are insane. 63 strikeouts in 53 innings. That's the only reason that's keeping me off the over is him. So this one ends up being a pass for me, Nick.
Fair.
Padres have to win today. They got swept by the Rockies and lost again against the Reds yesterday. Come on, man. No, they don't. No, they don't have to win today. They want to win today. They don't have to. Giants, I think, leaning under. Giants. Pirates 15-5 to the run line after win. They won 6 in a row in this situation. Hey, so I know where you're going. My one loss last night to Snell is still not Snell. Giants team total under. The Giants have no response for O'Neal Cruz. He's too good. At work, y'all mind checking on Snell's under-outs recorded prop if you guys like the number. I don't really bet that type of stuff. Let's I can take a gander real quick. Let me pull up DK. So I actually have that up. MLB. Oh, 2-0 LSU. Nice. We'll go down to Blake Snell or the Giants game. Pitcher props. Outs recorded. Recorded win. No. They don't have any outs recorded for Blake Snell. They just have Jared Jones. That's annoying. Sorry, I don't have that number for you.
I wouldn't be surprised because we don't know whether or not he's on the limit or not.
Yeah, F and G men of baseball. Yeah, that was rough last night. Aren't the best hitters unless I bet against them. Solve the problem under or nothing. Not my at 9.5. At that, solve the problem. Oh, the Rockies, the Padres today. Yeah, sure, why not? I'd say nerfy, but it would be that Snell worries me about the juice. Yeah, I would say so. Let's keep on rolling, Nick.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Tim, I wanted to tell you something. Let me get the right thing up. There we go. Little bit of breaking news for you, Tim. Haters will say it's fake, but you may have been onto something here. Jesus Christ, it's time with the You're welcome. All right, let's get into the line history here. This one, the Philadelphia Phillies and the Texas Rangers. The Rangers, I believe, looking to break out the brooms on these Texas. The Phillies looking to break out the brooms on these Texas Rangers. And
Correct.
after game,
Correct.
Yeah, line
They're
opened
going
up
for
at a
sweep,
138 down to a 114. So we have a line move here towards these Texas Rangers. Line opened up at a 9.5 at even money. It's now a 10. So we've had to move towards the over. We've had to move towards these Texas Rangers. We have, there we go. 86% of the tickets and 85% of the cash is on the Philadelphia Phillies, with the line moving towards the Rangers. And we have 85% of the tickets and 86% of the cash is on the over, with the line moving towards the over in this one here. We have Taijuan Walker, and I need to switch that over because it's not Andrew Heaney, it's Dane Dunning. You're pitching, your starting pitcher for them today. I don't know why they told me it was Heaney. So we have, yes, Dane Dunning. We have Dane Dunning, 3.72 ERA, 1.14 WHIP, 12.1 strikeouts per nine, which is 33%, 3.72 walks per nine, a 268 BABIP, but 3.68 FIP, and a 3.03 CR. Taijuan Walker, a 4.91 ERA, 1.41 WHIP, 6.55 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%, 2.45 walks per nine, and 3.17 BABIP, a 5.71 FIP, and a 4.76 ERA. Bullpen edge does go towards the Texas Rangers. Hitting edge goes towards the Philadelphia Phillies, and so does the hitting edge, 129 WRC plus, which is second, compared to 102, which is 15th. How much of that is the Phillies are a good baseball team, and how much of that is stat padding against bullshit competition? That is for you to decide. Because after the Phillies won game one, they have still only played one team with a record currently over 500. That's the Braves in opening weekend. And I will continue to harp on that until the Phillies finally play a winning team. That being said, I'm interested in the Texas Rangers in this game. I don't bet the Rangers very often. I see a pitching edge with them, though. The market is screaming that this is a Rangers spot. And I would like to fade Taijuan Walker, who I believe will get lit up and smoked like a Christmas tree today. Then this is, I think this is a good Ranger spot, and I would like to isolate it to specifically fade Taijuan Walker. I will take the Rangers in the first 5 innings at plus 110. Is the way I'm going to approach this game over on Bet365. I'm getting plus 110 with the Texas Rangers. I don't bet the Rangers often. I think this is a great spot for them. I really do. And I would like to fade Taijuan Walker. So that's exactly where I'm going to go in this game. I will take Rangers first 5 at plus 110.
By the way, they are not going for the sweep. They play tomorrow.
Oh, they play tomorrow.
So,
I apologize.
And in terms of when they're going to play a team over 500, June 3rd, 4th, and 5th against Milwaukee will be the next time that they play a team that's over 500. And then they get the Baltimore Orioles on June 14th, 15th, and 16th. In between that, they do have the Red Sox. So that might be they might be over 500 at the time. They have the Mets in London in the middle of all that. So that's kind of interesting. But no, the Phillies really haven't played anybody. But at the same time, this is a Texas team that's been awful lately. 2-8 their last 10 games. And I see the Phillies taking advantage here. I know the line movement's there. I know the walk. I mean, Taijuan Walker's a fade, right, Nick? 3-1 in his starts, the Phillies are. So I'm not sure if he's necessarily a fade. Has he had a good season so far? No, 12 earned runs in 22 innings, but the Phillies are still winning his games. Their only loss was the last time he pitched against the Mets, and it was an extra inning game. So not his fault. I still like Taijuan Walker here. And fading this Texas Rangers team, I'm going to be on the Phillies.
Whoop-de-doo, they're winning his starts. They've played the Padres, the Giants, and the Marlins. Woohoo!
And
The
the
Mets.
Texas
And they lost
Rangers
the
are
starts.
the Texas Rangers are
Are
around
better
that.
than any of the teams he's faced.
They're about the same.
They're a 500 baseball team.
Yeah.
Okay, they're equal to the Giants, who hit them up for 3 earned runs in 6th and 3rd. And okay,
We'll see.
maybe they're slightly worse. They're slightly worse than the Padres, who hit them up for 6 earned runs. I'm not a believer in Taijuan Walker, so
I'm not a believer in the Rangers. So, what about the Mets game over 9? I could see it. I'm on the Rangers. Call me crazy. You're crazy.
nope, not at all.
Phillies money line. Yes, Rangers are injured and can't hit nothing right now.
I think if you like the
2-8
Phillies, you
last
lied
innings.
bet them. I think you lied bet the Phillies once Walker is pulled.
Yeah, I can see that. Walker is a fade. Phillies 7-2 versus AL. Texas 3-11 team total. Last 14, 3 runs or less in 8 out of the last 10. They can't hit right now. Forgot Ryan McDonough to the Lightning. Yeah, we saw. I saw that last night.
Yeah, that was a nice little move for them. Yeah.
Random question, but if your favorite a pro sports team, had a legitimate shot to win it all come playoff time, are you adding extra units to your future or not? No, I'm not.
No.
If anything, I would emotionally hedge off of it and bet the opposite side.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to add money to it because I would have done the same thing with the Nuggets this year, and look how that would have went. But to be fair, I really haven't had any of my favorite pro teams have a chance at a championship.
I was going to say one thing about this question I was going to ask is, what is it like to have your favorite pro team have a legitimate shot at winning anything?
Exactly. Because as a Mets, Sabres, and Jets fan, I really haven't seen shit. Now, Nuggets, they won it last year, but I didn't really see anything from them before that. And no, I can't really speak for that because I haven't had to deal with it. Schwarber plus 150 home run is that good value? No. Yeah, it's terrible value on a home run prop. I sprinkle extra on futures every day. I don't. Texas went Texas Dunn went under the last 7 games. That would be, I kind of lean that way too. But obviously with Taijuan Walker, it's a little bit scary. Plus 150, what price to not hit the home run? That's where the value is at. Probably minus 200. If y'all do check that prop, thank you. Don't mean to drag the show down. Figured if you're getting a good number on Snell under props, public would be on his over. Actually, I could check here. I'm going to pull it up on BetStamp. I tried to just look it up on DraftKings earlier, and I couldn't find it. Player props under Blake Snell. I'm only getting walks and strikeouts. So I have no Stop Gio. There's none because I think there's a pitch limit on him right now. So
I think so as well.
So that might be the issue. So keep that in mind. Over and Philly. I do like the Phillies in this one. Let's keep on rolling, Nick.
Yeah, with the Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox, minus 130 for the Rays, total of 7.5 here. Take a look at line history here between Brian Bayo and Ryan Pepiot. Line opened up at 115. It's up to a 127 for Tampa Bay. Line opened up at an 8. It's down to a 7.5. So move towards the under and a move towards Tampa Bay. Let's take a look at the cash flow on this one here. 63% of tickets, 58% of the cash is on the Rays with the line moving towards it. 98% of tickets, 97% of the cash is on the over with the line moving towards, where was it? With the line moving towards the under, going from an 8 to a 7.5. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, where we have Ryan Pepiot. Let me put him in here because I had this game as undecided. I didn't know who it was going to be last night when I put my spreadsheet together. So let me type in Pepiot. There we go. All right. So we have Brian Bayo and Ryan Pepiot. Bayo, 1.64 ERA, 0.82 whip, 6.55 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%, 3.27 walks per nine, a 143 BABA, but 3.93 FIP, and a 4.01 CR. On the flip side, Pepe at 2.25 ERA, 0.85 WHIP, 9.45 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%. 2.7 walks per nine, a 196 BABIP, but 3.37 FIP, and a 3.52 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards the Rays, and the hitting edge going towards the Red Sox, 106 WRC plus, which is 11th, compared to 95, which is 18th. It's a tricky game. I would lean under if I had to bet anything in this one. I have taken a step back away from like all the unders I was betting earlier in the season. The weather's starting to warm up a little bit. That's one thing to keep in mind, and we're going to start seeing more overs here. We're also probably going to see higher totals as well. But with that being said, I'm still going to look for unders, but not as much. This would be one of the unders I'd probably lean towards the most without betting. I lean under, but no play here.
I'm always big on the Red Sox. Although looking at it, Ryan Pepiot scares me because I know he hasn't had the best of years. 15 earned runs in 36 innings to 3.68.
Not bad.
But whenever the Tampa Bay Rays agree to a deal and a pitcher comes to them, normally there's a reason why. And I've seen and I remember we went to a Durham Bulls game once. It was Mets Bulls, and we were sitting next to one of the scouts who had a bunch of the Rays are just crazy with their numbers. So that's what scares me is whenever they get a pitcher in a trade, normally there's a reason why, and normally he's really good. Pepiot was a big prospect for the Dodgers, and that's what's going to keep me off the game. Although Brian Balow has been solid besides his last start against the Cardinals. That was an ugly game for him, but I like Brian Balow. It would be a lean towards the Red Sox, but Pepiot's going to keep me off.
Fair.
LOL, I wouldn't know how it feels. Blues, Caps, Saints, Commanders, Jazz, Orioles, Nationals. I mean,
no,
the Caps,
shut up. The Caps won a Stanley Cup a couple years ago. The Blues have won a Stanley Cup within the last 5 years. The Saints have won a Super Bowl within the last 10. Commanders, whatever. Jazz, whatever. Orioles, yeah. Nationals won a World Series in 2019. Shut the fuck up. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say let's see. One, two, three, four of those teams have won a championship in the last decade.
And here's the thing: the Capitals for a while were a perennial top 8 hockey team. They made the second round how many times in a row? Like, this is a team that was consistently playing for the cup, or playing to go deep in playoffs. No, fuck off. I wouldn't know either. And then list multiple teams that if you're 10 years old, you've seen them win a championship.
Crazy comeback from ECU yesterday. Yeah, that was fantastic. 12 runs in the 8th inning was beautiful. Tampa Bay money line today. It sucked that betting wasn't legal in the DMV area until after the Capitals, Blues, Mystics, Nationals won it all. Okay. At least you've seen your teams win championships. Let's go to the next one, Nick.
Yeah. The Nationals were not even a team when I was born. And I've seen them win a World Series before my own team, who's been around since 1962. So,
but anyways, also
you can take your pity party and fuck off. So, all right, we ready? Ready for the next game? Yes. Sorry, that got me angry. New York Yankees and the Seattle Mariners here. What's next? We're gonna have Yankees fans crying that they haven't seen them win a World Series since 2009. Line open up at a 146. It's up to a 153. Line open up at a 7.5. Up to an 8. So we've had a move towards the over and a move towards the Yankees, suggesting that we could see potentially Bryce Miller be a little bit vulnerable in this game. We have 86% of tickets, 86% of the cash is on the over. The line moving towards set over. And we have 83% of tickets, 92% of the cash on the Yankees as well. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Bryce Miller, 3.10 ERA, 0.93 WHIP, 10.55 strikeouts per nine, which is 31%, 2.79 walks per nine, a 206 BABIP, but 394 FIP, and a 3.10 SIERA. On the flip side, Nestor Cortez, 3.69 ERA, 1.04 WHIP, 9.09 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 1.71 walks per nine, a 274 BABIP, but 3.3 FIP, and a 3.50 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Bronx Bombers, as well as the hitting edge. The Yankees are number 1 in baseball against right-handed pitching over the last 30 days with 139 WRC plus. On the flip side, 108 WRC plus, which is 10th. I kind of lean over the total in this game, and I lean the Yankees or nothing for this spot as well. Nasty Nesters look pretty good this year. Bryce Miller, I could see being the vulnerable one here because just the way the Yankees are hitting right now. It'd be Yankees and over for me, but pass.
I'm on the opposite side. I've bet on Seattle the first 2 games of the series, and they've won nicely. They won 3 out of their last 4. They're playing good baseball. They're first place in the division, which doesn't really say much because I believe everybody else in that division is under 500.
Yeah, which is why the Astros still have a fighting chance in that division.
But them being 5 games over, they look good right now. Yankees were coming off a 7-game winning streak, and they've lost 2 straight to Seattle. I've gotten plus money on the first 2 games. I'm going to jump back on Seattle again this game just because whenever I've already made a little bit off of the series. If I lose this game, I'm still making money. So I'm going to be back on Seattle today, and I'll probably be back on Seattle tomorrow for all 4 games of the series. This is Seattle team I'm high on. Get the wins. These are big games. Get the wins.
Yeah, and I thought this was a good opportunity for the Astros to gain some ground with the Mariners having to go into the Bronx, but that's not been the case.
Mariners going to sweep. They have to play today and tomorrow. No way the Yanks lose 3 in a row. Not a chance. Nope, not a chance. Any college baseball today? Nope, no college baseball. People bet college baseball. No, I'm kidding. I'm on Troy minus 2.5, which that's probably a loser. Kennesaw State's winning. LSU's winning at the moment. Georgia Tech's down 4-0. And then the rest of the day, I have Arkansas run line, St. John's, Vanderbilt, UConn, NC State, Mississippi State, UAB, and FAU. So there you go. Best bet of the day, Yankees run line, 12-3 in the 3rd game of series. Judge over 1.5 bases. 8-1 to the over 1.5 bases last third. And 3rd game of series outside of the division, 7-2 to the home run. See, that just seems like a lot. That just seems like a really, really. I mean, if you make money with all this stuff, LJ, I give you a lot of props for finding all this shit out.
See, here's the one for me, and this one, the way I read this is most series are 3 games. The Yankees are good at closing out series. That's the way I read that. Is they're good at closing out series.
Yeah, but this just seems like a lot. A lot. But hey,
absolutely,
make money off these props and cool. Yeah, that was the whole point about betting on your team, not seeing them win at all. I want to make money too while they win. Of course, I mean I have futures on all my teams to win championships each year. And even if it's $5,
we're a homer piece of shit, yeah. Even if it's a $10 bet,
even if it's just $5, because the last thing I want is to say, "Hey, my team won the championship, and I didn't have any money on it." So
I mean, hell, when I signed up for DraftKings when it first became legal, the first 2 bets I used my free bets on were College World Series champion ECU 30-1 and Mets World Series 45-1. So
yeah. I mean, if ECU wins the national championship, that's $700 and something. So
yeah,
obviously, yeah. Yankees will lose. Took both New York both days. Lovers pass. Okay. This game is gross.
Yeah, it's disgusting, but let's take a look into it here. We have my line history just got X'd out, did it? Yes, it did. Huh, that's fun. We have the Toronto Blue Jays and the Chicago White Sox. Let's get into the cash flow first here. 92% of tickets, 93% of the cash is on the Blue Jays. 91% of the tickets and 88% of the cash is on the over in this spot as well. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here. If the line's moving towards the Blue Jays in this game, as ugly as this sounds, it's probably a Blue Jays run line spot. Probably a cash cow spot if we get the line moving towards the Jays here. With the line opened up at a 215. It's up to a 230. So we've had the line move towards Toronto. The public on the big home favorite. Everything cash cow spot right here. Line opened up at an 8. It's up to an 8.5. So a move towards the over and a move towards the Blue Jays here in this spot. We have Chris Bassett, and it's going to be, let me see if I have the right guy here. It's not going to be Mike Clevinger. It's going to be Nick Nastrini, which let me type in. Let me put him into my spreadsheet instead of Mike Clevinger because there has been a pitching change. Nastrini. There we go. Which, let's take a look here. He's been putrid, but I don't think he's pitched much. So let me take a look here at Nick's stats. There we go. Where he has pitched in 2 games this year. He gave up 5 earned runs on 6 hits against the Phillies, and he gave up 2 earned runs on 3 hits against the Royals. He went 5 innings against the Royals, 3 innings against the Phillies here. I think it says something when this guy can't even crack the White Sox roster. And everything correlates here for a cash cow play him on the Toronto Blue Jays. I know it's disgusting, but I'm going to take the -1.5 here, and it's -111 over on FanDuel.
Here's the deal. If you want to put it up on the site, go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you. I don't bet Blue Jay games, and I'm not betting on the Blue Jays for sure. So no, I stay off these games. I only bet them in certain spots. That's either fading them against the Orioles. I'll be backing them against the Marlins. I back them after a no-hitter, and I fade Alek Manoah. Other than that, Alek Manoah is not pitching today. No, I'm not interested in this game. So this MLB card's kind of crap. I'll be honest. I'm actually a lot more interested in college baseball right now, but this MLB card's kind of crap.
Yeah. Let me see what I can get on the site here. I can get 115 on the site. I'm going to do that for the Blue Jays.
Okay. White Sox, Blue Jays spirits are crushed. Vladdy and Bichette in trade talks. I would like nothing more than to see the Blue Jays completely sell out and
they will. They're a bad baseball team. They will.
I love nothing more, but I'm not touching it. Didn't know how old you guys are, but hopefully you don't have to wait 30 years to finally get a good run from one of your teams.
Already 24 years down.
I mean, we have never seen the Mets win the World Series. I've never seen the Jets make the World Series. What the? I'll be right back. Apparently, Dad doesn't know that we have a show.
All righty then. Yeah. No. But yeah, I got you. Let's take a look. Yep. And then that's all right. So yeah, I got the Blue Jays run line here -111 for this game. So Jays run line for me, smash. Past Toronto sports suck. They reminded me about that last night. Yeah. Try being a Leafs fan. Yeah. I mean, we're all pain. Chicago Cubs, try being a Cubs fan who, granted, you saw them win in 2016, but there was a generation of Cubs fans that never saw them win anything. We have the Braves -130 road favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. Line opened up at a 129 for the Braves. It's up to a 133, so we do have a move towards the Braves. Line opened up at an 8.5 -110. It's now an 8.5 and -116. So a move towards the over and a move towards the Braves. We have 96% of the tickets and 96% of the cash on the over, 78% of the tickets, 87% of the cash on the Braves. Max Fried and Justin Steele, your pitching matchup here. Fried, 1.85 ERA, 0.76 whip, 7.15 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 3.18 walks per 9, a 134 BABIP, a 3.82 FIP, and a 3.64 SIERA. On the flip side, Justin Steele has looked bad since returning from his injury. 6.91 ERA, 1.33 whip, 7.53 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 2.51 walks per nine, a 238 BABIP, a 6.81 FIP, and a 4.20 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Cubbies. Hitting edge goes towards the Braves. 106 WRC plus, which is 11th, compared to 79, which is 23. I have no interest in this game whatsoever. Braves are nothing for me personally. I need to see Justin Steele start pitching well before I back him again. He's looked bad. I have no interest in backing him here. So it is Braves are nothing for me, but it is a no play.
I'm in the same boat. Actually, I'm actually going to take the Braves today, and it's because I don't trust Justin Steele. And trust me, Nick, we are both high on the Cubbies this year. Justin Steele has just not been.
I have World Series futures on the Cubbies. Absolutely, I'm high on them.
Although it is a little bit scary that Justin Steele starts. They're 0-4, but they're 3-1 on the plus 1.5 run line. Which, if I was taking the Braves today, it's run line. Can I get a little bit better of a line? 131. No. I'm going to end up staying off of this one because I'm not laying a run line on Atlanta just because, yes, Steele has been bad, but they're covering the run line when he pitches. And I'm not laying 131. I'm actually going to stay off this game. I don't know how much I trust Max Fried. 21 earned runs in 49 innings. He hasn't been terrible, but he's definitely struggled over his last couple of starts. 1-3. The Braves are 1-3 in his last 4 starts. So I'm going to be staying off this one. It's a lean towards the Braves, but I want really nothing to do with it.
Fair.
Pass Toronto sports suck. They remind me every day of that last night.
That one, yeah.
How far are you?
That one, yeah. After that one.
Atlanta, -1.5. My Cubs for life. There you go. I kind of like the under. Feels like this is a game that the type of game that he puts it together. That would be something special if you could. That'd be something special if you could.
If he can step up against the Braves, I'd be impressed.
Yeah, but the Leafs fall into the Cowboys category. They have expectations to win. Cubs, I get though.
Yeah, the Leafs are a fun team to point and laugh at.
Fun team to point and laugh at. I like that.
They are. They're like the Cowboys. They are a fun team to point and laugh at. They're annoying. Their fan base is annoying, and I mean they're like the Cowboys. I like point and laugh at them. They're one of those teams where it's fun. We have 2 games remaining, and we got the marquee matchup of the day here: the Oakland A's and the Colorado Rockies. We do have a pitching change here in this one, and this line's moved after the pitching change. It went from a 115 all the way up to a 125, and then it jumped up to a 140 after the pitching change. So the line history is going to be a little bit tricky in this game. Line opened up at a 7.5, went down to an 8, back up to a 7.5, back to an 8. So line bouncing back and forth here in this one. We have 78% of the tickets and 63% of the cash on the Athletics, with the line moving towards the Oakland A's. 99% of tickets, 99% of the cash on the over. All right, cool. This line's bounced back and forth. Austin Gomber, and it was supposed to be Joey Estes, and now it is Spence. Mitch Spence, which is a bullpen arm? Bullpen arm. So. No, he went 4 2/3 in his last appearance against the Kansas City Royals. Gave up 1 earned run on 5 hits.
He's a bullpen arm.
He's mainly a bullpen arm that'll give you anywhere between 3 and 4 2/3 innings pitch. On the flip side, Austin Gomber has been decent this year, but his numbers suggest a massive negative regression coming his way. Last 30 days, 1.76 ERA, 0.98 whip, 4.99 walks per nine, which is 14%, 2.64 or strikeouts per 4.99 strikeouts per nine, which is 14%, which is the second lowest on the slate. We'll talk about Ryan Nelson next game. 2.64 walks per nine, a 191 BABIP, a 4.58 FIP, and a 4.98 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards Colorado. Hitting edge goes towards Colorado. As much as I would be like, I want to go bet this game. I don't want to lay this number with the Athletics, but I'm not really interested in the Rockies on the road, especially with Austin Gomber's numbers suggesting that he should be a pitcher more on the line to the 4 ERAs. In the last 30 days, he's pitching to an ERA of 1.76. So I see regression coming Gomber's way. I don't think the Athletics are the team to really punish him because they really don't hit lefties that well. It's a stay off for me. It would be, I don't even know what my lean would be in this game. Rockies? Just at the number, I think there's value on the Rockies, but I can't get involved here.
Can we just press the 1-800-GAMBLER button to move on? I honestly, I wish if I grabbed Oakland yesterday, I'd say let's jump right back on them today. I didn't, and I'm not going to. Oakland finally snapped their losing streak, so good for them. I just can't get involved. Unfortunately, with it, it's just not a spot that I want to go and bet. So 1-800-GAMBLER and move on. Maybe I might jump on the D-backs with you later for the last game. We'll see. Interesting Cubs win yesterday. Braves bounced back. I could see that. Rocks all day. Oakland is back to being Oakland. Oakland won yesterday. Rockies first five with
Oakland's baseball again.
Yeah. Final game of the day, Nick.
Yep, and I'm going to move on this one. And this is almost two system plays for me here because we're starting to see that minus with the 3 next to it pop up on a couple books. Minus 300 on BetMGM. And we're seeing 290s over on ESPN Bet and FanDuel. I'm getting plus 235 with the Diamondbacks here. I'm going to start off by saying that is the play for this game. Number 1, I'm fading the Dodgers. Number 2, I am, and it's a borderline minus 300 fade. If only my app would like to allow me to bet this. This would be cool. It's being annoying. Awesome. Let's get into the line history in this game here, where we have this line opened up with the Dodgers as 265 favorites. It's now up to a 280. It's continuing to climb. Line opened up at an 8 minus 115. It's now an 8 at minus 113. So we've had a move towards the under and a move towards the Dodgers in this game here. 92% of tickets, 97% of cash is on the Dodgers. Line is moving towards them, but they're past the I believe the cash cow juice range ends at 280. So they're above that. So they're no longer in the cash cow range at all. 95% of tickets, 91% of cash on the over here as well. I'm going to be on the Diamondbacks here. Ryan Nelson versus Tyler Glasnow. Obviously, pitching edge goes towards Glasnow. Hitting edge goes towards the Dodgers. And the bullpen edge goes towards the Dodgers. But I'm continuing. And these are the type of games I need wins from. The Dodger fade. It's when the Dodgers are in the 200 range, close to the 300 range. Those are the games I need wins from. So I will be on the Diamondbacks to close out my card here. Plus 235 over on Bet365. And I will probably throw an extra couple bucks on them with the up 2 promo with DraftKings.
We'll see how my how the day goes. But most likely this one's going to be a stay off. If we're having a good day, maybe add the Diamondbacks. I just choose to not bet the Dodger games. I will say this slate is just kind of off today. I'm not really a big fan of it. Tomorrow's a short card, so maybe you might see something interesting there. I normally like short cards. It's only 8 games. But for me, we have 3 plays up on the site for baseball. I'm fine with that, along with a WNBA, a NHL, and an NBA. So 6 games for today. I'm all right with that.
Yep.
Glasnow is not losing 2 in a row. He's going to pitch a gem over Case. I faded Dodgers last Glasnow for plus 240, but that was after coming off a long road trip. There you go. Mm-hmm. That's all the games for today. I know I kind of didn't have a lot of plays, but it kind of is what it is. We'll do a quick recap and then head on out for today. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all links in the description below. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. All of them are linked down below. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the YouTube channel, $5.98 a month, 16 cents a day. That's where all my college baseball plays will be, along with every single play that we put up on the site, just in case you're not here to watch. So all of that is up there. So if you guys are interested in that, yes, no, sign up for that. Recap for today. Panthers, Mavericks for the NHL and NBA. And then I like the Nationals today. along with the Orioles, but that game is going to be a little bit tricky. The under in the Royals game along with the Royals. The Brewers, and then kind of just a whole bunch of – I like the Phillies today. I like the Seattle Mariners today. And that's about it. Nick?
Yeah. Let's get into it here. We have let's take hockey. Florida Panthers money line -110 FanDuel. Florida Panthers team total over 3 +105 bet MGM. Basketball. The Dallas Mavericks +4.5 -110 Fanatics +160 Fanatics. I also added a little bit of the money line on FanDuel because they gave me a 30% boost. I got +206 with the Mavericks money line as well over on FanDuel for those looking to make that bet as well. In Major League Baseball, New York Mets first 5 -110 bet 365. New York Mets -110 full game bet 365. Houston Astros -1.5 +110. And I just saw the tweet. It is a cash cow today. KC Detroit first 5 under 3.5 +114. DraftKings. Texas Rangers first 5 +110 bet 365. Milwaukee Brewers -135 bet 365. Blue Jays -1.5 -111 FanDuel. And then closing out the card with the Arizona Diamondbacks +235 bet 365.
There you go. That is everything for today. We're gonna head on out. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Until next time, make some money.